Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star 2! So, today we are headed back into Climatrol to finish that place off, after which point there's going to be a little incident that takes place. But anyway, let's just take a quick check of our status here. Looks like everybody is healed up, so really we just need to make our way over to Climatrol again. And for that, we simply need to head over to the west here. And Kirby seems to be the easiest way to get back out to the to where the boat is. All right. Gonna bring the audio down just a little bit for you all. Now, I'm not quite sure if we're really at the level that's necessary yet here, but we'll definitely give it a try regardless here. All right, so we got to use the gum here. And that lets us underground, or rather, under the water. Unfortunately, I was unable to find a fix for the slow processing in areas like this where things are just really busy. It's possible this could have been how things were on the PlayStation 2 back in the day here. So we're just gonna have to deal with this for a moment, and then things should clear up. Almost past the damage tiles. Alright, we got a toter, and they're gone. There we go, we're inside Climatrol. We head all the way for the southwest corner. And then we just have to climb some floors. Oh, surprise attack. Okay. And here we are on the first main floor here. So, as you might imagine, this whole place is a maze, and so the best thing we can do is just try to head directly to our destination here. For that, we're gonna head this way, which is going to take us around this bend. Okay, and then that takes us over here. Nope. Over here. Yes, once again, the Catman shows up. Alright. And now, what we can do from here is there actually is a treasure chest over here. It has a silver ribbon. And that is something that Nay could equip. Except if I remember correctly, I believe that's actually weaker than what she currently has on. But let's just verify that. Yep, that drops her defenses, so no real use for that except to sell it for Meseta. Anyway, we need to head over to the right and down. Hopefully not fall off the ledge. Over to the west. And now we have an upgrade on some of the enemies that we're seeing here, so this should be pretty telling of how difficult the area is starting to get here. In fact, if we found that we're not able to complete the boss, then we're gonna come back to this area to do another grind, but hopefully that won't be necessary here. Alright, so there we are. There is the first boss. So, what I want to do is I want to make sure we get the team healed up here. Just make sure of how much each needs. Alright, so Rudo, Rolf, and Amy could use a heal. Nay, I suppose we could heal them as well. But those of you that know what's coming up, know what's coming up. Actually, I guess I should be using Nay to heal here. Perhaps, but keep in mind the, at least as of right now, we're not gonna see that, especially since Hugh isn't here. Alright, so, let's just make sure we're good to go. I believe we're good. Alright, and then who has the moon? Nobody has a moon atomizer. Okay. Well, let's get this going. What's this? She looks just like Nay. I am Nay First. I was born 2 years ago. I am the product of a biosystems experiment combining humans with animals. The people felt the experiment was a failure, and thus tried to kill me. But I escaped, and stole DNA data from the biosystem. I have created monsters to wreak revenge on the people who so carelessly and selfishly played with life. But there is another Nay within me, a Nay who is trying to stop me. It can't be. You don't mean... Yes, that is the one that you call Nay. the one you think is a friend, is a monster who despises all people. No, I don't hate humans, said Nay. I separated from Nay first because it was so terrible in her. Of course it is terrible to be born a monster, but I couldn't stand by while you tried to get revenge by creating monsters. Fool, you say such things, but you are powerless to stop me. Just try it. Now, we have a choice here. I was always curious what happened if you said no to this. Nay stood with her head down and didn't move. Since Nay and Nay First were originally both part of the same body, killing Nay First would mean the end of Nay also. Okay, so that just kicks you out of the conversation, but that actually does give you the hint of what's going to happen here. Indeed, when we take down Nay First, Nay is also going to die. Isn't technology great? I mean, we got these clone labs and all that sort of stuff. I don't want you to make any more monsters. Do you understand? And with that, we have a one-on-one battle between Nay and Nay First. Now, it is technically possible to win this fight, but it basically requires that you get Nay up to level 50 and give them a full inventory of Trimates. But I wasn't interested in doing that grind, especially since we're going to have to do a similar grind when it comes to Phantasy Star Generation 2, the remake of this game on the PlayStation 2. Anyway, let's get this going. Alright, Nay is dead. Nay, hold on! There's no hope left for me. Please, Rolf, don't let them ever repeat the mistake they made when they made me. I hope everyone on Algol can find happiness in their new life. After saying this, Nay died. Rolf laid Nay's lifeless body gently on the ground. Nay, we will avenge you. Alright, and so here begins the real battle against Nay First. So, we're just gonna come out swinging with the strongest stuff we got. In this case, that's gonna be Nafoy. And then, for Amy, we do need to get a D-ban out as quickly as we can here. Okay, so that improves our stats there. And now, we do need to keep our health up high for this fight. But for this round, I'm thinking, let's just go with Rolf. And then, let's go ahead and start a round. Okay, good. So next... Now the other thing that we could do is we could also use Sashu here, which would raise the whole party's defense as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that's a shame. Now, we potentially have a problem with healing here. And so this is where the fact that I haven't gotten any healing items is going to really start to catch up with us here, potentially. But let's see how the next rounds go here. Okay, Rolf is out of Nefoy usage. But I think they can maybe get a Gaithu off? No, not enough technical points. What about Guy Foy? Yes, they can. Okay. I think we can go one more round. And another round after... Oh, never mind. Alright, the party's victorious. Rolf calls Nay's name, once again, but his plaintive cry merely echoes and re-echoes. The weather control system is shaking terrifically. Now Nay First is dead. There is no one controlling it. All of the pent-up energy is pouring into the system. What has happened? Rolf and the others quickly decide to return to Paseo. Welcome to the Clone Labs. Who would you like to have returned to you? Ah, the one called Nay? I'm sorry, but we really aren't able to return people who aren't human. It just doesn't work. Just above Paseo is a plateau. Why not put her to rest up there? Don't be sad. Everyone must die sometime. Your friend led a full life. What about that tired young one over there? It may be possible to bring him back to life. Him? Amy returned to life. Alright, here you go. Yeah. So, the thing is, if they had died before that point, of course you'd be able to bring them back to life. Yeah, so, bit of a plot hole in that one. But I suppose that's gameplay versus story. And yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on Sega's part there in their translation to assume that Amy would be male. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the lake is overflowing. There must have been an accident at Climatrol. All the rain supply has flowed into the lake. Mota is going to flood. Run for your lives. It's a catastrophe. Rolf, once again, there's a serious problem. Just when we were feeling relieved that those monsters had been taken care of, this happened. We could avoid the worst case if the dams could be opened, but there's no control. Someone must go there and open them. Please, let me do it. Well, but... I'm sorry to say this, but the government on Palma has announced your names as the ones who made Mother Brain go crazy. Right now, the security system is desperately trying to catch you guys. It is too dangerous to do anything that stands out. But even if we stay inside and hold our breath, they will find us sooner or later. I'd rather go and open those dams. I want to find out who is trying to destroy Motavia. I see. I won't say any more. Take care of yourselves. Alright, so, Nay is gone. Which means we now need to decide who our fourth party member is. Alright, so... Of course we're going to continue with Rudo. Now, we have a couple of choices we could make here. Now, previously I said Kane would be slightly more useful than Hugh, and this is the point where that usefulness comes into play, because gone are the biomonsters from the world, and instead, in their place, are robots. And Kane, as a wrecker, is basically able to take them out fairly easily with their techniques. We also have the option of Anna, who is extremely quick and gets access to a few techniques. They also have access to slicers, which hit multiple enemies in a group. Although in the late game, their slicers aren't as useful as they are currently. We also technically have Sure, who is even quicker than Anna. But they run the risk of running away from the party if you happen to go into a shop. But the way to mitigate that is to simply save before you go shopping. And then just simply reload if that happens to happen. Technically, Amy is leveled up to the rest of the party, but we could also technically go without her as well if we wanted to. As for Hugh, yeah, he's practically useless in this segment because he works with biomonsters, and it's just robots coming up here. So, a lot of different choices to make here. Given that I'm hoping to not need to grind all the way up to the highest level here, in order to finish the game, Amy would be one of the better options to go with because they have their healing, but at the same time, most of their healing can be mitigated through the use of items. Specifically, if we get Sure to go around to the shops and just get a whole bunch of Star Mist. But at the same time, I'm also wondering, is that exciting for you guys, seeing Sure leave our party multiple times and then going back to the shop over and over and over for like an hour or two just to get all the items that we're gonna need? Probably not. So I'm thinking in this case, Amy is probably gonna be one of the better options to go with here. And then because of that risk of having Sure run away from the party if we happen to go shopping, well, she does get some unique, or rather, even though she would go first in most battles, Anna also gets some decently useful stuff, despite her attack not being as useful in the future. In a way, we can kind of turn Anna into an item mule at that point. Yes, technically, Rooks, there is an item that we could get which would basically allow us to save wherever. But at the same time, I'm wondering if that's going to even be necessary here. If it really becomes a thing, what we could do is we could level Sure up later. But for now, I think we're just going to pick who our main party for the rest of the game is going to be. So really, it's a choice between Kane and Anna. And given that Amy is effectively the slowest character in the game, Rudo might beat her out for that. I'm not 100% on that, but Amy is definitely one of the slowest characters, and that can mean that heals don't go off quite as fast as we need them. And since we do need to get some speed in this party, I think I'm going to go with Anna. She's going to be useful because of her slicers, because of her speed. So yeah, that's the best option for us to go with here. Now the one thing is, and you probably realized this after we picked up Amy, Anna's only level 1 right now. Yeah, so we gotta level her up before we do anything here. We also need to get her the best gear that we can. Alright, so, first things first, though, we need to visit the hospital, to get the rest of the team healed up here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go in reverse order here through the towns until we get and all the equipment that they're gonna need. All right, so For boots, Anna actually is able to equip the long boots. Let me make sure that she's not already wearing those, though. No, they just have regular boots on. Alright, and then as for the armor that they can wear at this point, they would be able to use a ceramic cape, so we can get that here as well. And then they can use a jewel crown, so I kind of wish I had grabbed that off of Nay here, but that's not a huge problem. Oh, actually, no, they're not selling a jewel crown, they're selling a jewel ribbon here, so actually it's going to be the silver crown then. Okay. So that's all of their defenses. Now we just need to get them some new weapons, and then we'll be good to go. And they are not selling her slicers here, so we're gonna have to go elsewhere. To the other side of town, and the slowdown. Hey, McCoy, doing okay? Alright, here we go. So, 2 laser slashers. Alright, let's get them equipped at this point. So, long boots. Ceramic cape. Yeah, and this is a great example of just how much gear-dependent your characters are in this game compared to just simply gaining levels. You gain minor stat increases every so often, but there are also major levels that you have. It's different for each character. But a good percentage of the stats that you get in this game actually just simply come from the gear that you wear. Sorry to hear you had trouble with your stream. I mean, hopefully you're able to figure it out so that you can do another stream at some point. Alright, so at this point now that we have Anne all equipped, or Anna rather, we just simply need to start leveling them a little bit here. Now, the simplest way to do that is going to be to actually head out into the ocean and do leveling out here, because what we encounter out here only are whistles. Now for these first few battles, I'm going to set Anna to not attack. Whistles are effectively the weakest of the robot enemies that you can encounter. Also, I need to reorganize the party, because Rudo is not in the first slot there. We'll have to do that after the battle. Okay. Now, Anna does know Foy, but again, we're not going to have them attack until they've gained at least a little bit more strength here. I'm gonna throw D-Ban on just to make sure they don't go down. Rolf, go ahead and use a Resta on them. I might have heard of something like that before, but it's not immediately coming to mind. Where did that information come from? Alright, first battle is down. And Anna is just gonna gain a whole bunch of levels here. Ah, I see what you're saying. I don't think, Amy had been attacked by too many of those, actually. Anyway, so with that battle over, let's see how high we can get Anna up in their health here. Actually, they've got a good amount of room there. Alright, let's reorganize the group here. Rudo, Rolf, Anna, and Amy. There we go. So now we'll be able to see what Anna's slicers are like here. And then for Amy, yeah, they still really don't have much in terms of attack power. With NGS, we're just waiting for the next story bit to come out. Yeah, so take a look at all that damage that's coming from the slicers. Couple more levels for Anna. Now that one's hitting lower in terms of the numbers, but the reason is basically the damage it does is additive. So it's calculating every enemy that got hit and for how much damage, and that's the number that gets displayed in that box. Yeah, so it's an ongoing story. In New Genesis, so we're gonna start Chapter 7 in June. Alright, let's speed this one up here a little bit here. Let's go with a Gaizan. Really fast battle. Alright, I think after this battle, that'll be enough here, at least to get us started. So technically, even at this point, using a gun is slightly less DPS than using 2 laser knives together. At least in my experience. But, I mean, I'm not against switching over at the same point here. Yeah, so we need to get off. And let's make our way back to town. I just want to double check something here. Library. Welcome to the library. Is it true that Mota is going to be flooded? I hope those 4 dams will open somehow. If you want to find out about something here, please choose a file. Okay, so these, I believe, are the same things that we read earlier, specifically dam. But just as a reminder, there are rivers running in all 4 directions, east, west, south, and north, from a lake. There are dams built between each river and the lake. They control the amount of water flowing into the rivers. The names of the dams are Green Dam, Yellow Dam, Red Dam, and Blue Dam. In order to enter each dam, a card whose color matches the color of the dam is required. Those cards are supposed to be in a control tower, but its location is a secret. Also, the smallest dam is the Red Dam, and the structures get more complicated in the order of yellow, blue, and green. Okay, so then that tells us that in order to take down these dams, we want to go red, yellow, blue, and green. We're good on the on anything else here. All right. We do need to heal up. And if we're gonna get Rudo a gun, then let's head over to Piata. And we're gonna grab the laser cannon. So, here's the deal. The laser cannon actually is 4 points higher. But, if we go with the laser knives, there's actually a little bit more defense in that. So, it's kind of pick your poison in this particular case here. I suppose Rudo is at that point where it's not going to be that as big a deal if they're losing some of their defense, so we can go ahead and do that. But the other thing that's nice of having 2 knives is if one of the enemies goes down from taking half health because of 1 hit, then Rudo can switch over to another enemy immediately after that. Alright, now in order to even get to where those cards are, we're gonna need to take some music lessons. So, we're headed to Arima. Oh no, actually it's the next town. I'm aware of the glitch, but I'm not really looking to use it here in this run-through. I know there's also a way to corrupt your inventory to the point where you can basically grab things out of thin air, which is fun. Whoops, went the wrong way. Here we go. So, remember the guy that did the sound test earlier? This is where we learn the music technique from. That's right, I have to say no to him. Oh, I get it. You want to learn to play the piano. That's right. Am I a great musician or what? Yes, you are. So who is going to learn? Technically, Rudo can learn to play the piano. It costs technical points to use, and he has 0. But he can learn to play the piano. Yeah, we're going with Rolf. Hey, he looks smart. I'll give lessons for 2,000 Meseta. Okay, I'll start the lessons. Now you're also a musical artist. Come again. Rolf has learned the music technique. Now, he charged 2,000. But what if we want to give it to Anna instead? Alright, I'll give lessons for 5,000 Meseta. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna pay that, and that's very telling of his character. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he said he looks cute in the Japanese version. Alright, now I believe we need to head over to Piata. Alright, here we are. So, this is the place where we get the keys for the dams. Problem is, this place is basically a teleporter maze. Alright, so Anna, at this point you have learned Nur and Shift. Now Nur increases speed, while Shift increases attack power. I don't think we need to use those at this point. Yeah, this is also the part where we start to hear some more of the more unique sound effects in this game in battle. McCoy, I am playing the PlayStation 2 Aegis 2500 series collection. And the reason is specifically for that patch that makes it so that the flashing when you get hit isn't as bad. In this particular case, I care about the safety of my viewers here, and rapidly flashing images, you know, we know a whole lot more about them these days than we used to. Yeah, if you haven't looked at the main page for my channel, I've been going through various games of the Phantasy Star series for well over a decade at this point. Alright, so we have a teleporter maze. So, the simplest way to think about this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we skip these. Come down here, hop over here, hop over here, over here, hop here, go up here, and here we are. Now, if you touch that piano, you get warped outside. So, in order to properly handle the piano, you need to use the technique music when you approach it. So, let's do that now. Rolf uses music successfully. And behind here, a door has opened. Indeed, no need for dynamite today. Alright. We found the green card. The blue card. And we get into combat before we can grab the other two. Oh dear. Ooh, Amy, that's a bad hit. Why don't you go ahead and use, Sar here. And then since we're about to get out anyway, Nafoy. Yeah, primarily the stuff I do on my channel is Phantasy Star related, but from time to time I do go outside that. For instance, Final Fantasy XIV is a main staple on this channel as well, and then I've done other experimental series in the past as well. In fact, I got my start with Minecraft, but because of the whole thing that happened several years ago here on YouTube, I decided to take that series down, just so there wouldn't be a problem. Alright, there's the yellow card. And there's the red card. We have a text glitch with that yellow card there a moment ago. Alright, Rolf, go ahead and highness us out of here. And then, yeah, so Rudo has the green card. Okay, good. And now we have a choice. So we could technically go to any dam that we want at this point. We could go to the red dam, we could go to the blue dam, we could go to the yellow dam, or the green dam. And there's advantages to going to some of them earlier than others. Particularly, if we go to the blue dam early, that would give us access to a couple of items that can be fairly useful throughout the rest of the dams. That being the color scarf, the snow crown, the wind scarf, and the storm gear. What sound bug are you talking about? I know when they converted from the Japanese to English, they changed how the drums work. Alright, I do want to heal up before we do anything here. Or are you talking about the slowness that's happening? That's... Oh, at the final dungeon. You know what? It's been a while. I'm not exactly sure which bug you're talking about. But if there's a bug like that, I would assume I would need to either leave the dungeon or I would need to save and reload the game. Alright, so what I want to do, I want to see if we can actually handle the blue dam at all. And if we can, we'll start with that. But if not, then we'll head for the red dam. So, we're gonna head for Curie. Oh, right, the fact that there's no, that there's, that bug where there's no music, right? Yeah, and that's the other thing that's nice, is if Rudo happens to miss his shot, if you were using 2 laser knives instead, you'd be able to at least potentially get one of the 2 hits in instead. Alright, so there's a place to put the card in. Let's go ahead and grab the blue card. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I am aware of the pause and hold B, not glitch, but trick. So, yeah, that can certainly be done. Okay, so that leads there. Wait, we need to go to the other one first. Here we go. Alright, so we got the Cressa gear. So, the Cressa gear gives us access to healing. That being in the form of a Gyres. And it can be used at any time during battle. So, we're gonna give that to... Actually, we're gonna have to make some space first here. So, in that case... Amy, why don't you just hang on to some stuff until we can sell this? I suppose the mirror gum can't really... you really can't sell that. But that'll be good for now. So, Cressa gear goes to Rudo. And the thing is, it's the same defense as the titanium gear. But now they have access to healing. Oh, we got Vans! Alright, so... Quickly, we want to take these down as fast as we can here. Nafoy. And then Amy. Let's go for D-Ban and hope this turns out okay. Alright, thanks for tuning in here. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. But we didn't get any of them down in one round. Let's get Sashu up as well. Okay, there goes one. I think I'm good with just regular attacks now. Okay, we're headed to the left. Alright, whoops. Alright, so now we have the Storm Gear. Now, the Storm Gear, what that does is, that gives us access to Gaizan. So for the Storm Gear, that is technically equipable by Kane, which Kane we don't have in the party, so really we can give it to anyone. And since we haven't really needed, you know, too much emergency healing just yet here, I think I'm going to give it to Amy just so that they have a better way of doing some damage here. Okay. Now we're on this floor, and we get yet another item here. This is the Color Scarf, and for the Color Scarf, that gives access to Sanner, which increases the speed of everyone. So, now that effectively makes one of Anna's techniques kind of useless there, because you can just simply use the item instead here. But ultimately, it's not that huge of an issue in the end here. Alright, so what we need to do next here is we need to drop down. And so that's going to be, I believe, this slot here. Yes, okay. And now we have the Snow Crown. The Snow Crown casts D-Ban. Which is actually something that we can give to Anna to make it so that they get D-Ban off first, and then Amy can then get Sashu off. Now, if this stuff is even usable, let's see, Snow Crown, technically that's also equipable by Amy. Let me just see what the difference is here in terms of defense, though. It's 3 defense. And technically there's going to be something better in the future. So I think we can go ahead and put the Silver Crown back on. And still give that to Anna. And then the other thing was the Color Scarf. No, Color Scarf... Yeah, Color Scarf can actually be used by Anna. So... And they've already got it, so let's go ahead and see what that does. Okay, so that's an extra 3 defense there. Alright. So I believe we've got our plan, along with the large majority of the items in here. I think there's just one more to pick up at this point here. Actually, how are we doing? I should probably send out some heals. Res to Rudo. And a res to Amy. think I started my turn a little too quick there. Alright, Amy. Since you got the storm gear, use it. And then... do strategy, Anna. Go for that snow crown. Yep, and so as you can see, Amy now has a good AoE attack there, so they are basically good to go for a while now. I think Anna could use a heal. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so here's another item. This is the Wind Scarf. Now, the Wind Scarf is usable by Sure. It's actually the strongest item that they can wear on their head. Or rather, it has the most defense. But it also has the ability to cast Zan. So... it's a choice for where we want to put that, really, at this point. Technically, we could leave it on Rudo, and it basically gives them access to an AoE now. We could also give it to Rolf for TP-free casting of Zan. There's also Anna, but, you know, they've already got their slicers, and then Amy's already got the one that lets them cast Gaizan. So I think the right move for now is going to be to give this to Rudo, just so that everybody has a way of doing an AoE. Even if Rudo's isn't going to be the strongest. Alright, up here we go. Now down here, watch the pitfall. Alright, that's where our destination is. We need to get ourselves over to where that control panel is. At Mech. Okay. Okay, Amy's looking a little low there. Rudo, why don't you go ahead and try out your Cressa gear here. Okay, so that only healed Rudo there. And since you can't target other party members, so then that means the items can only be used on those, on the ones that's, or rather, it's only going to heal the ones that actually uses it. Alright, so in that case, Amy, why don't you give yourself a rest up? In fact, why don't you give Rolf and Anna some rest as well? Alright, around we go! Alright, Star Mist. I believe that's the last item in here. Ooh, that's a party, isn't it? Oh, that's a shame those Nafoys missed twice. I think I'm gonna have to switch to just regular attacks at this point. Also, Anna, let's get you on the Cooley 61s, and Amy, why don't you send out SAR? Yeah, and that's what I mean by Amy basically being one of the slowest characters. That their healing just does not come out that quickly, unfortunately. Alright, Amy, let's get you back on the Storm Gear. Alright, here comes the part about this dungeon I hate. It's supposed to just send you always to the same spot, but it's always nerve-wracking when you have to go down one of these pitfalls to get to where you need to go. So I hope this is right. Okay, good. There's a place to put the card in. Alright, so we need the blue card. Rolf puts blue card inside. The dam lock opens. And rushing water is heard. Alright, so that is the first dam done. Let's move on to the next one once we heal up the party. Alright, before we do anything else, actually, I do want to do a little safety save here. mouse to see where we are in terms of what we need for experience. Okay. And there we go. Alright, so... up next, why don't we head for the Red Dam? And for that, that's going to be on the south side of the planet. So, we're gonna head over to the teleporter. And back to Curie. And it's as simple as following the coast. Alright, we have arrived. So, once again, we need a card. Put the red card in. Alright, we've got a Fire Slasher. That'll work great on Anna. A little bit stronger, but not a ton. Around the pit. In fact, I gotta be careful here. Alright, Fire Staff. So, this is Amy's strongest weapon. And we'll put it where the ceramic knife is. Honestly, we're probably at the point where we're probably going to need to give Amy a shield sooner than later here. But the Fire Staff is also useful in that it allows Amy to cast Void. Now, granted, they already have access to Gaizan, so not much point in that, unless I decide to take that item from Amy to give it to someone else. Anyway, let's get this going here. Item... Snow Crown. In fact, something that you can do is you can give a character 2 shields in this game. And that's probably what we'll eventually do here. At least for Amy. Oops, did not mean to use that a second time. let's heal up. We need it on Rolf and Amy. Alright, the Sword of Aang, or I guess the Sword of Anger, that is a weapon for Rolf. The trade-off with this, though, is their defenses go down, but I think we can take the hit without there being too much of a concern. Alright, we have arrived. Let's go ahead and stick the red card in. Rolf puts red card inside, the dam locks open, and rushing water is heard. That's Highness and Ryuker. Or Ryuka, I guess, in this case. Ryuker is, the technique from later games in the series. Alright. Let's do another save, now that we're healed up. And we're gonna head for the Yellow Dam next. Now, the Yellow Dam is on the west side of the planet. So actually, in this particular case, once we leave Curie, we just have to head north a little bit, and we'll be there. Alright, we have arrived. Let's grab that yellow card. And we start on the far side of the dam. Nice, got a couple of levels there. Oh, surprise attack. You know what, I think we could use with a SAR. Okay, with that done, Amy, get back on the storm gear. And then Anna, let's switch you to the wire heads. Okay. So we're headed up to this one here. And then we head this way. We skip the first teleporter we see. And now we have the Anish. Now, the Chris series is useful in that they all have access to the Gra technique. And that is going to hit all enemies on screen. Granted, it's only a level 1 technique versus Gra, as well as Nagra, I believe, is also in the game, I think. So it has limited use. But in terms of who can actually use this, it's actually going to be Rudo in this particular case. But you need space, so let's take care of that first here. Let's move the Titanic gear. No, let's not escape. So now, technically, now that Rudo has the Anish, we could technically give the Wind Scarf to Rolf at this point. Since Rudo has a way to use a technique at this point now. Through the use of that item. Alright. Speaking of escape pipes, there's one. Inside this chest. Alright, and then... here we go. Got lost for a second there. Yeah, now we get to the spirals. Alright, Amber Robe. So, this also has the power of Gyres. And the Amber Robe is something that Hugh would be able to use. So, since Hugh is not in the party, and is never going to be in the party, no reason to worry about that, I would say, let's give the Amber Rose to Amy. Or, Amber Robe, rather. So that way they'll be able to heal themselves. Alright, Anna. Start with the Snow Crown. I think that's fine. In fact, Amy could use a heal after this round here. Oh, I think I didn't stop that in time. Alright. We're good. We're good. Amy was just gonna use that Amber Robe again. Alright, Rolf levels up. Alright, so here's the Chris cape. and that is usable by Amy, as well as Anna. Again, it would give access to the Gra technique. I'm thinking let's give it to Amy, since they're the healer of the party. They're a little bit more important to have defenses on. Not a huge increase, but it's still 6 points. Alright, and now here's the Crisp chest. And that is usable by Rudo, as well as Kane, technically. So we're just going to give that to Rudo. Which means we're going to take the Crisp Anish off. Actually, technically, they're the same thing. Same defenses, and they're able to use the technique Gra. So actually, there's no reason to do that. I guess what we could do is maybe give it to Anna? Because then at least they'd have a way to do a full AoE attack rather than the 2 slicers. And it would hit all the enemies, especially if there are 2 teams of enemies on screen. But I think that's all the items in here. Now we just have to get to the damn control panel. How we doing? Rolf and Anna could use some healing. Alright, we have arrived. Let's grab that yellow card. Rolf puts the yellow card inside, the dam locks up open, and rushing water is heard. Alright, let's Highness and Ryuka. Alright. So there's water rushing from the red, the blue, and the yellow dam now. And you can see it flowing through the canals here. There's still the green dam, but, you know, one thought I always had is, isn't 3 enough? Why do we need to open up that 4th dam? But no, we actually do have to open all 4 of them. Alright, let's get back to town, let's heal up. We'll save again. It's kind of important that I save in this particular case, just in case something weird happens. Which, 1 out of 256, yeah, has a chance of happening. Alright, in this case, we're just gonna head north of Paseo here. And down to the green dam we go. Okay, we have arrived. Rudo, go ahead and grab that green card you've been holding. Alright, Truth Sleeves. So, this is another item that gives you access to Guy-Rez. So, Amy already has the Amber Robe. Rudo already has the Cressa Gear. I think in this case we're gonna give the Truth Sleeves to Rolf, since he is the second in the party, so they're more likely to be attacked than Anna. There's gonna be one more item in the future that will allow you to use Guy-Rez on a specific member. That's an item called the Aegis, and that'll be coming up sometime in the future here. Let me just see real quick, though. Yeah, and in fact, the Truth Sleeves are usable only by Shir, so it really doesn't matter in terms of equipping it. Alright, we head here, and then we head to the west. And now we begin the long, risky trek around the outside of the dam, where one wrong step is going to cause you to fall outside the dam. Alright, Polziax. That's a new one. Let's go order... also, we got Twigman, which I think is a recolor. Let's see that crisp chest here. Okay, and then you can switch back to slicers. Okay. So hey, remember that Aegis item I was just talking about? There it is. Alright, now Aegis is usable by Hugh and Kane. We don't have either of them, so that is going to go straight to Anna. And now everybody in the party has a way to cast Guy-Rez on themselves. But it only works in battle. Outside of battle, you still gotta use regular techniques. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that now for both Rolf and Rudo. Alright, Twig Tall. Alright, we have the green sleeves now. Now, what these do is they cast a technique called Shinbi, which randomly causes one living enemy to flee. Not exactly the most useful thing in the game, unfortunately. Now this is something that is usable, though, by Anna. So we're gonna go ahead and give that to them. And at the same time, it's also considered a shield here, so that's the other thing to keep in mind about this. So technically, we could really boost her defenses up if we wanted to. I mean, look at that, 199. Who has that at this point? I don't think anybody has that. No, actually, Rudo does. And as Anna becomes an item mule later in the game, that will actually be pretty useful to have. We do have the Chris chest on them. That gives them access to Gra. I think having the extra attack for now is more useful, though. What do you know? It would have been useful to have that equipped for this one. Okay, Snow Crown. Okay, Rolf, you could use a heal. I guess it's not gonna matter if you can't get it off before the battle ends. Alright, we got Star Mist. Let's go Strategy. Snow Crown. Alright, Rudo's starting to look a little low there. Alright, so we've made it to the end of the dam. Let's go ahead and use that green card. The dam lock opens, and rushing water is heard. And we get attacked by army eyes. So for this one, I already know what's gonna happen here, so I'm just gonna go and get everybody healed up here. Press a gear. Aegis. And Amber Robe. So their attacks are relatively weak, but we'll go ahead and heal up regardless. Trapped by plasma. Technically, it is possible to defeat the army eyes, but you gotta be like max level with the strongest hitting techniques, and if you do that, you break the game, and the game is unable to progress. So trapped by plasma rings. This is the satellite Gyla. There is no escape. You are in outer space. You are guilty of damaging the mother brain. You will be kept here until your death sentence is carried out. I tried to open the dams because I felt responsible for making too much rainfall, but I was caught. I don't want to die here not even knowing who was trying to destroy Motavia by using the mother brain. So, we're gonna walk. And as you can see, we are attacked, but nobody is able to fight here. Nobody has any technical points. We don't even have the items we had a few moments ago. So, all we can do is run. Rolf hears a large explosion and feels a tremendous force moving the satellite. Rolf better check the control panel and fix the Gyla's orbit. Oops, other way. Oh no, this satellite is headed straight for Palma. There's no time, what should I do? It was that same dream again. Help! Did I disturb you? I'm Tyler, a space pirate. I left Palma long ago. Life under the mother brain was not to my liking. You were being held by Gyla, right? It's good for you that I happen to be close by. Your friends are also being revived right now. They should be awake any moment. It was terrible. This is all that is left of Palma. One planet was destroyed. Who knows what happened to Algol? I don't know what to say. According to the news, you and your friends are criminals charged with destroying the mother brain. But I don't believe you could have done that, could you? Anyway, I'll take you to Paseo. I've already got your belongings loaded. Ah, I remember now. You were heading for Dizolus. I have heard that there is someone there who can do things the Mother Brain can't. But he might be of a criminal nature. You can never tell. Well, until we meet again. Welcome back. I was worried sick about you. What? You're going to Dizolus without arrest? I see. You must have thought it out. Use the spaceship on the rooftop, but remember that you're still suspects. The Palma incident has made them desperate. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Alright, we are on to Act 3 of the game. So everybody is already healed up. Let's go ahead and save. Gotcha. Yeah, that would make sense if they were related to Tai Long. Yeah. Okay. This is the central tower. Let's go to the roof. This is Motavia's only remaining spaceship. It's entirely automatic, so anyone can fly it. Shall we go to Dizolus? Yes. Now leaving for Dizolus. Alright, so we have made it to a new planet here. The second in the game that we'll be able to visit here. Technically the last one as well. So right now we are in Skure. We need to make our way out to the various towns. But before that, we need some stuff. Including a magic cap. Indeed, a magic cap is something that we're going to need while we are here on this planet. But that's not the only thing that we need. Let's see here. Let's head this way. Oh, that's a shame. We still got some of the slowdown happening. And we have to tell everybody to attack again. No, I need storm gear. And go ahead and use Snow Crown. Okay, Anna, start attacking. Wolf is looking like they could use a heal, but we have already ended combat. Alright, Amy, go ahead and heal Rolf. Twice. There we go. Okay. I found an old newspaper. The last rescue ship leaves on August 11th. Don't miss it. Alright, we've also gotten a hold of a Magic Cap. So, Magic and Magic Cap, they serve two purposes in the game here. But defenses is not one of them. So we're not going to wear the Magic Cap right now. But we will put on a Magic Cap. Technically, there are two Magic Caps here. We'll go ahead and put one on to Rudo for the time being. That being the Magic Cap. Oh, Rudo can't take the Magic Cap. That's right. Only Rolf can use them. So... I think Rolf already got one? Yeah. So, Magic Cap. Actually, technically, we should see what this is first without it. So... if we talk to one of the cats here, you, Mia! Now, if we put on the Magic Cap, we used to be kept by humans. So, these are the same Muscat race that Meow was back in the original. In the original Phantasy Star. Alright, let's go ahead and have Rolf heal up. And then Anna can just attack. Gotcha, yeah, I still have to go through the novel at some point there, so... that might be something I stream. I'm not entirely sure yet, though. I found an old newspaper. The gas that leaked out could be extremely dangerous. Please be aware. Rudo has gotten hold of 5600 Meseta. I found an old newspaper. The cause of the gas leak turned out to be a simple mistake. Yeah, there's that slowdown again. Alright, we got the Lacon chest, or Laconian chest. So, the Laconian chest is specifically for Rolf. And look at that defense zoom up. Most people working in Dizoris were away from their families back home. And here's some nightmare fuel for you! Yeah, the rabbit here, their guts are literally leaking out of them. Alright, Rolf, let's just have you attack. Yeah, so you thought the head rot was bad with the cordyceps. Well, here you go, even more. Let's see. Anna, go ahead and use the storm or snow crown rather. Defensibility decreased. Alright, with that, Anna, go ahead and start attacking. And to answer your question, Brooks, I really am not certain. I think it's just simply because the Rappy became sort of the mascot for the series. That plus, in a way, the new men seem to be a more, I guess... Yeah, I guess they just decided early on to put more emphasis on Newman rather than continuing the Muscat race. I mean, could you imagine trying to play PSO2 and you were using claws or tusks on your mouth to attack? All right, Amy. I think we're good enough to do a SAR here. And then, Amy, let's also get another heal on Anna. Here we go. Okay. Back this way. Alright, there's 7800 Meseta. Alright, I think we're good with just attacking this time. And that Oranga, they're able to heal themselves. Another 8600 Meseta. Alright, we have made it out. Oops, did not mean to go back inside, but we have made it out. And now we are headed for the first town. Ox. They seem to be going just for Wolf. Truth sleeves it is. Okay, so we have made it to a Dezorian town. We are Dezorian people, the best men in Algol. There isn't anybody else but us on this planet. We don't ever lie. So, remember Twin Town from the original game? One side of that town lied while the other side told the truth. It's a little bit different in this game. Let's keep talking to people. There isn't anybody else but us on this planet. Staying too long on this planet makes everyone's body rot. We don't ever lie. The truth is, the Clone Lab grandma is really a man. There isn't anybody else but us on this planet. We don't ever lie. Staying too long on this planet makes everyone's body rot. Whoops, did not mean to step outside. Alright, I think we've heard everything. So, this whole time, we still had the magic cap equipped. Let's take it off. Ga, don't mute, Banaput. Ga, don't mute, Banaput. And as you can see, they are all basically saying the same thing here now. Okay. One other thing we need to see here about the magic cap. Let's go into the shop. So, Laconian gear, 56,000. Laconian cape, 72,000. Now, let's put on the magic cap instead. There! Aren't those prices more reasonable? Yeah, so they need to see a magic cap on you in order for you to get the best experience with Dazorians. Alright. So, this is basically the point where we kind of do the final gear check, essentially. Since this town, as well as two other towns we're going to find, basically have the final gear of the game, aside from what we find in dungeons. So, let's see here. The Lacona gear, that is useful for Rudo. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Actually, before we do that, I should go ahead and sell some of the old stuff. Because I know that's been clogging us up for a while. We can get rid of this monomate, actually. That's not going to do much for us anymore. As well as a dimate. And yeah, we can go ahead and get rid of those laser knives at this point as well. Alright, and we'll get rid of the ceramic chest. There's a chance we might still need the laser sword. I think there's a better sword up here, but I'm not 100% on that. Actually, no, we can't sell that. Not until we get a replacement. And that's all we can sell from Rolf. So then they've got a bit of Officer Jenny and Officer Jenny and Nurse Joy syndrome. Alright, and we can sell the silver crown at this point, since you've got the color scarf. And we can sell one of those laser slashes as well, since you got the fire slasher. We're not selling any of the Chris stuff, because that's usable in battle. Yeah, and then for Amy, you got the old ceramic knife and ceramic cape. Fiber gear. And the Titanic gear. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, I see what you're saying there in terms of what they're about that lab attendant. All right, let's get all this stuff equipped. So that increases agility, though not defense. It's not gonna do a whole lot here in the end, though. They don't have anything else new to equip. Let's get the Lacona Cape, or Laconium Cape, rather, on. Rudo, you got the Laconian Gear. That boosts your defense to 250. And then Rolf, I don't think you got anything here. Yeah, no, you didn't. Okay, so that's all the gear that we can get. There is a weapon shop here, though. Did not mean to step outside. Alright, so this is where we can pick up the plasma cannon. We could also get 2 AC slashers for Anna. Now, the AC slashers, those are good for 42 points of damage, versus the fire slasher, which is good for just 36. But I'm gonna just grab one for now. Alright, let's get that plasma cannon on. And the AC slasher can take the place of the laser slasher. Okay. So now, with the Magic Cap equipped, let's talk to everyone. We hate computers! When I went to the other side of the crevice, I saw a beautiful man there. The Zora is all ours. We feel so darn better that those Pullman people left. We ain't gonna leave this planet no matter what. So, what they're talking about there, I believe, is the Laconian rush that happened in one of the mines. And I believe that's what those newspapers were also talking about, the accident. This town is called Akba. Hey, you. You came from over that crevice? They say people who are hiding on this planet have strange power. Long darn time ago, I heard that someone run away from Palma to this planet. I wonder why that guy hiding on this planet never ages. Such a surprise to see a human other than the clone lab grandma. Everybody left 3 years ago. And I think that's everybody in town. Alright. So they are talking about a crevice. Why don't we go ahead and check that out? First, we're gonna put that, put our Titanimate back on, though. I think we need to head a little south. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's how we get into the crevice. Alright, so from here we head to the west. Avoid the pitfall. And now we're getting to some eagle-like enemies. Sky Tiara. And yeah, it's possible that could be why they stayed with the Dizorians. Amy took a pretty good shot there from that Sky Tiara. So yeah, we're really getting to that point where we're gonna have to start putting shields on Amy. Again, especially since she has a way to cast Sky-Res anyway. So it's not like she's hurting for a way to attack. Mastodon and Diesel Owl. Anna, why don't you go ahead and break out the Snow Crown? Alright, so in this case, we have a chance to go for the Crystal Chest for Gra. And I think we're good for this round. Alright, that does that. Actually, did we put the AC Slasher on? Yes, we did. Okay, good. Alright, we are out of the crevice. And there's a building here. You must be Wolf. We've been expecting you. This man wakes up once every 10 years. This man told us that he would awaken when you arrive. The glorious man who used to fight to save Algol is buried here. This man was put into cold sleep in order to watch over the future of Algol. When Mother Brain came, this man decided to hide in Dizoris. We've been working for him since many generations ago. And then... there's nobody else around. Let's head downstairs. Oh, that's funny that I brought up Twin Town. Okay. Welcome. Our master has been waiting for you. I personally wish to have my master sleep quietly, but... so much slowdown happening here. Alright, so... they have awoken. You finally made it. I'm Lutz, the last Telemental on Algol. You seem surprised that I know your name. Don't you remember? This is the second time we have met. I saved you from death after an accident on a spaceship... on a space trip with your parents when you were 10. What woke me was Elisa's scream. So, you are the last descendant of Elisa, who fought to protect Algol. Beautiful Elisa, the symbol of Algol, was fighting the dark force in that dream. And this is one of the changes that they made, which they have ultimately corrected in later games, was fighting the Dark Falls in that dream. The Dark Falls was trying to destroy Algol, but in the end was itself destroyed. But that doesn't mean that there is no longer anyone trying to destroy Algol. You, Rolf, must arm yourself for battle. One valuable item is the Arrow Prism. It will let you see that which cannot be seen. Also, arm yourself with Nay's weapons. Prepare yourself, and then I will tell you about the enemy's plans. And we've gotten a hold of the prism. So now, several dungeons that were hidden on this planet are now going to appear. Before the dark power reigns over Algol, we must get the legendary arms together. The future of Algol depends on you. I'm sure it will be a tough trip, but please do not get discouraged. And it looks like they are all saying the same thing. Let's just double check that. What about the two down below? Nobody's here anymore. Alright. So, with that, we now have to set out on a journey to collect the various arms that Lutz was talking about here. And that's what we're going to start in the second part of this show, but before that, I want to take a quick 3 to 5 minute break, and then we're going to proceed on that. So please stand by, I will be right back. Alright everyone, I am back. Now, before we head off to these dungeons, because the enemies there are going to be so powerful, I actually want to check out the other towns and get the rest of the gear that we can. So, we're going to start with the Ryuka. This brings us back to Skure. So, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to head this way, and we're going to take this in a different direction than last time. Right off the bat, we get attacked. Alright, in that case, Amy... Why don't you go ahead and use the Amber Robe on yourself? And then, Anna... Again, why don't you break out the, Snow Crown? Alright, and now we can go ahead and have Anna attack, and Amy can switch over to the Storm gear. There's a bunch of Masetta there. And we've got the Garda Boots now. The Garda Boots, those can be used on a lot of people. It'll work on Rolf, as well as Rudo, and Hugh, and Kane. So, we have a choice to make here. I'm thinking, let's give them to Rudo so that they can be even more tankier than they are currently. Alright, Rolf is, they could use a little bit of healing here. Actually, Amy could use some healing, too. Let's try to rush this thing down. There we go. Amy, go ahead and give yourself a Guy Res. And then Guy Res on Anna as well. Okay, we've reached the open air here. We're probably good on this. Anna gains a level. And we have reached the town of Zosa. Alright, let's go ahead and get the magic cap on. We are living in the town that the Pullman people abandoned. This town is called Zosa. Hey, you don't look familiar. Where are you from? It's best to live lazily with hunting like this. The reason the accident happened on the day of a solar eclipse was because the Pullman people didn't pray. Yeah, that's one thing about the Zazorian people. They are quite religious. To the point where they have a temple, although we're not going to see it in this game. It's in the end of the millennium, we'll see that. The Pullman people were afraid of poison gas, but it can't do anything to us. The Pullman people were punished because they didn't take good care of the Eclipse Torch. We've got such tough bodies. It's unbelievable. Yes, and yet the one Dazorian that we get in the next game, in the end of the millennium, is a healer. It's best to live lazily. Okay, we already spoke to them. All right, let's see what we got here. So, actually, doesn't look like they have anything new for us here. The only thing that they technically have would be the acid shot, which Amy and Hugh could use, but at the same time, Fire Staff is better. Yeah, there's literally no reason to do that. We could technically get the Pulse Vulcan. It is stronger than the weapon Rudo has, but we just got that new plasma cannon a short time ago, so I'd rather at least try to get some use out of it. What about the armor shop? Here we go. So, we got a whole bunch of Laconian stuff here. Before we start buying things, let me see if there's anything else I can sell. Yeah, we can get rid of the laser cannon at this point. We can get... Let's see. I'd still rather hang on to the laser sword. We can get rid of the laser slasher and the ceramic cape. Okay. Alright, so here we go. The Laconian Emil, that is a shield. The thing, though, is that... Yeah, that is something that Amy can use, and it is the strongest shield that she can use. So, given that she has her storm gear at this point, we're gonna go ahead and purchase 2 of these. Let's give that to Amy, please. Yep, look at that defense go up. And again. Again, she has the storm gears, so she's able to attack. We're also going to hang on to that fire staff just, well... No, there really is no reason to hang on to it for a foy, is there? If we ever need another fire staff, we could technically have Sure steal one for us, but... I think we'll be fine. Alright, taking this from the bottom here, technically... Anna can use the Shun boots. Now, we already got them the long boots, though. I think we're okay, because all that's going to do is add 3 agility to her. Alright, Laconian Cape. That is for Anna. And then the Laconish. That is for Rudo and Kane. And the Laconia Met. That is for Rudo and Hugh. Okay, yeah, so basically we have the chance to kind of max Rudo out at this point here. Although, technically Rudo is going to get something stronger. And they've already got the Chris Anish. Yeah, I think we're okay holding off on the Laconish. And they already have a Laconian gear. So, actually, they're good to go. Or no, Laconia Met is 2 points more defense. Yeah. And it's the strongest thing he'd be able to equip. Alright, so let's grab the cape as well for Anna. Oh, they already had one. Okay. That's my mistake. That's a shame. I really should have checked that. Did you have anything else? No. Yeah, the Laconish is only going to add another 5 points of defense, and frankly, Rudo's going to get something that's going to give them 35 points soon enough. Alright, so I think that's it. At this point, let's heal up. And we're gonna go ahead and Ryuka. Oh, we gotta leave town first. That takes us back to Skure. we're gonna be heading for the last town on this planet. Thankfully, we've gotten some Masetta back from here in Skure. I found an old newspaper. A gas leak has been reported in Skure. D block, please evacuate. Alright, and while we're here, let's go ahead and put the magic cap on. Feed me, I'm so hungry. Yeah, without the Pullmans around, there really isn't much food around, unfortunately. Alright, now that we're back on the overworld, let's get the titanium map on. And we are gonna head for the last town now, Ryuan. Alright, let's get that magic cap back on. The grandma of the clone lab stayed here because she likes us. I saw 2 spaceships crashing into each other 10 years ago. I heard the poison gas came from the mine. 2 spaceships crashing into each other. So we know that it was an attack, that Mother Brain launched that, basically caused that disaster to happen. I wonder if that translation is correct, though. Although it could just simply be referring to whatever possible, maybe like a missile or something Mother Brain had launched. Do people in Mota still believe in Mother Brain? If people keep depending on Mother Brain, they are going to just come to an end. We don't trust no Mother Brain. Can such a building exist? It's there, but you can't see it or touch it. It's so darn hot today. I put the magic cap on, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that one. Oops, I fell asleep walking. I don't like no Palmian people. I'd say it's bad to make a big hole on my planet. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's get healed up. And let's sell what we can here. Get rid of the boots. As well as the Laconian gear. Alright, and then... Yeah, we gotta get rid of this second Laconian cape. It's not gonna do anything for anyone. Amy, we can sell your boots. And that's it. Okay. And I'm blocked by an NPC. Let's leave and go and come back in. That's right, we already spoke to all of them. The Palman people came to Dizorus to mine Laconia. This town is called Ryuan. Okay, so... there really isn't anything... Okay, technically there is the Laconian sword here. And we're gonna have to go through several dungeons before we get the final sword, so... yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. We'll give that to Rolf. And now we can sell those two swords, the laser sword and the sword of anger. Alright, that's one. And... unfortunately, that second one didn't give much Maceta. Alright, let's check out the armor. Okay, we can get a ribbon, but that's not gonna do much for us. The Konanish. So that is for Rudo, but I believe they're... yeah, we already said we're not doing that. Laconian chest. That is for Rolf. I don't think I have that yet. Let me double check that. They do have it. Okay, so we're not gonna get that. Alright, Garda boots. So that's usable by Rolf and Rudo, along with Hugh and Kane. But did I get them already? Let me double check. Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I didn't get it for Rolf. Okay, let me get that then. Okay. Alright, and then we already got the Laconian Emil for Amy. Technically, I could get one for Anna as well. But I think I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Alright, so basically at this point, everybody's got the strongest stuff that they can get until we get stuff out of dungeons here. Titanimet is something I need to still get back onto Rolf, though. Alright, and we already healed. So let's go ahead and Ryuka one last time. And with that, we've got the prism here. The prism shines with a strange brilliance. So we are going to make our way now to first of these dungeons. Alright, so this dropped me off there. I found an old newspaper. When you're lonely, the best way to console yourself is to keep a pet. There's another 12,000 Meseta. I found an old newspaper. Recently, there has been many fake magic caps going around. Please be careful. Alright, let's get the magic cap on. When humans left this planet, they left us behind. Those pets left behind on this planet changed into different forms due to the poison gas. Alright. Anna, go ahead and use the Snow Crown. Oops, did not need to use that a second time. I found an old newspaper. Why don't you talk to your pet too? Please come to our department store for a magic cap. Alright, we are out in the open once again. Rolf? Okay, yeah, you've already got that on. And we are headed south. And now this is one of those hidden dungeons. This one is called Naval. So, let's start by heading this way. Yeah, you gotta watch your step here, because you're pretty close to the edge. Yeah, those shields that we got for Amy, they are really doing a great job there. Ah, an Archdragon. Alright. Don't quite remember what you can do. Let's go for the Snow Crown, just in case. Ah, you just have a strong attack there. Amy, why don't you break out the Amber Robe? Yeah, against a single enemy like this is where having these items really becomes useful. Okay, let's give Rudo a heal. Actually, you could probably do with a Guy Res. Alright, so the way this dungeon works is we basically need to drop a whole bunch of times. Alright, that's one. And then to the left again. And then to the left again. There we go. And there's the Naemel. Let's go ahead and give that right over to Amy. Or actually, no. No, they can't use it. Only Anna can. And, sure. Alright, so we'll just give it to, Anna for now, then. Alright, we begin the climb again. Alright, 2 Archdragons. So now this is potentially a dangerous situation here. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Snow Crown here. And then, Amy, go ahead and do Sashu. Alright, and now next, Anna. Let's go with that color scarf next. And then Storm Gear. And Rudo. Let's get your Crescent Gear out. Okay. Anna? You're gonna use Aegis. Rudo, go ahead and attack. Amy, Storm Gear. Okay. Anna, you're gonna attack. Rudo and Rolf, you're going to heal up. Whoops, did not mean to start the next round. Okay, that's one of them. Nice. Almost 20,000 setup, or 20,000 experience points from that. Alright, let's give Rolf and Amy a heal. Okay, a fiend. So, this guy is basically one of the remnants of the cult that was started by Lashik. Yeah, that is quite the attack they have there. We go True Sleeves, but we're also going to get Amy to send out a Gyros as well. I know it's a little late. Let's also get a Snow Crown out. Looks like I made the right choice on that Gyres. Alright. Okay, so for this one, we fall to the south, fall to the south, fall to the south. Alright, the Mirror Emerald is a weak shield, actually, usable by Amy, Anna, and Shure. We have another Laconian Emil. That is usable by Amy and Anna. So this would go to Anna as well. And then we have the green sleeves, which, as you remember, cast Shin B. And Shin B randomly causes one living enemy to flee. Yeah, it's not that great of an item. Alright. So, we're now ready to take on the southern side of the tower. Or rather, the northern side of the tower. Once we get to the top. As well as the western. Okay, another fiend. Let's not take any chances this time. Amy, go ahead and send out Sashu as well. Amy's starting to look like they could use a heal. As well as Rolf. Let's see where everyone is. Yeah, we can send out a SAR. Cape 1. Okay. I believe this might be even a stronger version. Anna, Snow Crown. And then Sashu. Oh yeah, Amy took a hit there. Actually, the Fiend might have been stronger. Alright, anyway, time to start dropping. To the right. And to the right. Alright, we got the Nay Shield. The Nay Shield is basically one of the useless Nay items in the game here. And it's specifically because nobody that we have is going to equip that darn thing. It's usable by Rudo, Hugh, or no, actually it's usable just by Kane and Hugh. So yeah, two characters that we don't have in our party, and it's not even usable as an item, but it's something that we needed to get. Alright. There's one more set of items to get here. And that is from the west side. Oh, right off the bat, huh? Alright, Rolf, let's have you heal yourself up. Alright, Rolf just gained a new technique. Let's see what that is. They got access to Nazan. They also got Nathu as well, earlier. So that gives them a stronger AoE now. Amy, go ahead and heal yourself up. Alright, we are still making our way up to the top. Here we are, now we head for the west side. Ooh, first time we're running into shadows. You know what, let's go for it. Let's go ahead and try a Nazan here. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Let's break out the Snow Crown. And then, Rolf, I'm gonna have you heal yourself up. And then, Amy, go ahead and help him out as well. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, so we've lost Rolf. We're not in a bad situation here just quite yet. I think I'm gonna have Rudo heal himself on the next round. that's one of them. Thankfully, we're almost out of here. Alright, so Amy, give Anna a heal. And then let's just make our way over to the west. And we need to fall to the north. And here we are. So, we got Truth Sleeves, which, as you know, gives you access to Guy-Rez, but everybody has access to Guy-Rez already. So, it's not that great of a drop, or that great of an item, unless you happen to sell one at some point. There's also a Trimate. Alright, so, with Rolf dead, we're not able to use his technical points to get us out of here, but that's why I picked up the escape pipe and the telepipe way back. So, escape pipe? Oh, that's right, we gotta give it to other characters. Anna? Escape pipe. And telepipe. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to Motavia real quick. Because it's technically still a dungeon to get over to one of the towns. Let's head over for the to the clone labs. Let's get Rolf back. And we'll go ahead and heal everyone up. And now we've been hanging on to some items that we frankly just don't need anymore. We can use the room here in order to get rid of some of those things. So let's do that now while we're here. So, Rudo, we can get rid of that extra magic cap. As well as the small key. I don't think we need that anymore. Since that was used just in the first dungeon. We need the prism, though. Rudo, what armor are you wearing? Oh, it's there. Okay. Alright, so we'll get rid of this ammo. We're gonna get rid of the green sleeves. Get rid of the Nay shield. Actually, no, we need the Nay shield. We'll get rid of the truth sleeves as well. Alright, next, let's see what Rolf's carrying. We don't need those boots anymore, but we can sell that. Actually, everything they've got is needed. Everything they've got is needed. And then Amy. We'll get rid of the Marura gum. And then that's it. Okay. And then we're gonna head over and hop on the ship to the roof. We're trying to head for that town that's in the northwest. That is where we're gonna find the next dungeon that we're gonna hit up here. Yeah, parts of this place can look the same as other parts, unfortunately. Yeah, and then we come over here. And we're out. Okay. So to the west of town is going to be a dungeon. Alright, we have made it. Let's go ahead and heal up. Oh, right, I need the magic cap. Alright, and then let's hit up the item shop here. Because I do want to make sure I at least have a telepipe. Just in case something happens again. And I also want to go to item shops in the other places. Because that's actually not all that I want. Let's try Zosa next. That's... So what a hideout pipe does is it basically makes it so that enemy encounters are less frequent, specifically for weak monsters. I guess that could be useful here. We'll grab 3 for now. Alright, to Ryuan. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I want an escape pipe. And I actually want to grab some trimates as well. Especially since we're starting to get to that point of the game. And we don't need to buy anything else, so I'm fine with using up all this Meseta at this point. Even if we end up having to throw some of it away. Alright, to Akba. Everyone's healed up. We're gonna save. Alright, and here we have the next dungeon that we are going to be taking a look at, but we are going to do that on the next episode. With all that said, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.